In the vibrant town of Umuna, a hardworking woman named Adaobi was known for her cooking. Her stall was always the busiest in the market, filled with hungry customers eager to taste her delicious jollof rice, pepper soup, and pounded yam. Adaobi took pride in her work, waking up before dawn and cooking through the day. But no matter how much she prepared, it was never enough. By midday, her pot would be scraped clean, and she would watch helplessly as people left disappointed. One fateful evening, after another exhausting day, Adaobi sat by a fire, staring at the empty pot around her. How can I cook enough for everyone? She sighed, her heart heavy with frustration. As if summoned by a wish, a strange old woman appeared from the shadow. Her tattered wrapper and fragile figure made her look like she had experienced many lifetimes. She approached Adaobi with slow, deliberate steps, her eyes glowing with a mysterious light. Good evening, Adaobi. The old woman rasped, her voice as dry as the Amazon wind. I have watched you. You are a good woman with a kind heart, always wanting to help others, but you work too hard. Would you like a gift? Adaobi, though surprised, she couldn't hide her curiosity. What kind of gift? She asked, her voice barely audible. The old woman reached into her bag and pulled out a small purse. It didn't look like anything special, just an ordinary pot. But as the firelight flickered, Adaobi noticed that the pot gleamed strangely, as though it had a life of its own. This, the old woman said, is no ordinary pot. Whatever you cook inside, it will never run out. No matter how many people you serve, the food will always refill itself. But remember, she added, her tone suddenly serious, never let greed control you. If you do, the pot will stop working. Adobe's eyes widened in disbelief. A pot that never runs out of food? It seems too good to be true. What do I owe you for this? She asked. The old man smiled faintly. Nothing except your integrity. Use it wisely. With that, the old woman vanished into the night, leaving Adaobi alone with the glowing pot in her hands. For a moment, she wondered if it was all a dream, but the pot in her hand was very real. The next morning, Adaobi eagerly tested the pot. She added rice, tomato, and spices, stirring as she normally would. When the rice was ready, she began to serve her customers. To her amusement, no matter how much she served, the pot never emptied. It kept refilling itself, just as the old woman promised. By noon, Adaobi had served hundreds of customers, and the word spread across Umuna about her endless supply of food. Soon, people from other villages began flocking to her stall, and Adaobi's business flourished like never before. Her heart swelled with joy as she realized that she would finally feed everyone who came to her. For weeks, Adaobi used the pot generously. She served the rich and poor alike, never asking for more than she needed. Her heart remained pure, and the pot rewarded her. Her store became a place of symbol of generosity, and Adaobi felt like she was living a dream. But as her fame grew, so did her wealth. She began to notice how much money she was making. She bought new clothes, adorned herself with gold jewelries, and even started building a larger house. One day, a wealthy merchant named Obina visited her store. He wore expensive clothes and spoke with a smooth, honeyed voice. Adaobi, Obina began, you are the talk of the town. Your food is like magic, and people can't stop raving about it. I want you to strike a deal with me. Sell your food exclusively to my guests, and I'll make you rich beyond your wildest dream. Adaobi hesitated. She remembered the old woman's warning, never let greed control you. But the thought of even more wealth, of being the most successful man in Umuna, was tempting. After all, wasn't she entitled to enjoy the fruit of her hard work? After a brief silence, Adaobi made a decision. I will sell exclusively to you, Obina, but for triple the price. Obina smiled satisfied. Consider it done. From that day, Adaobi's price escalated. The poor could no longer afford her meals, and she stopped giving food away for free. Her once open and generous heart became cold and calculating. She relished in her wealth, believing that the magic pot would continue to provide no matter what. But one day, As Adaobi stirred the pot, something strange happened. The food didn't refill as quickly as it used to. She frowned, thinking it was a mistake, and added more ingredients. But the pot remained half full. Panic surged through her. The next day, the pot barely filled at all, and at the end of the week, it was completely empty. Adaobi's heart raced. The food, the magic, it was gone. She tried cooking again, but no matter how much she stirred, the pot stayed stubbornly dry. Our customers grew angry and impatient, and soon they stopped coming altogether. Our wealth began to dwindle, and the once glorious stall was abandoned. Desperate and broken, Adaobi remembered the old man warning. She ran into the forest, the same place where she had first met her, and called out, her voice cracking with regrets. Please, I was wrong. I let greed take over. Forgive me. For a long while, there was only silence, the tree swinging ominously in the night breeze. But then, out of the darkness, the old man appeared, her face itched with disappointment. Adaobi, she said softly, you were warned. The pot's magic was tied to your heart. When your heart was pure, the food was endless. But greed has empatized not just the pot, but your spirits. Tears streamed down Adaobi's face as she fell to her knees. Please, give me another chance. I will be better. I will share with everyone again. The old man's eyes softened, but only slightly. This is the price of disobedience. Some lessons are learned through loss. With that, the old man vanished, leaving Adaobi alone in the darkness, the empty pot lying at her feet, as hollow as her heart. From that day forward, Adaobi regretted her choice. Her once prosperous stall fell into ruin, and she began a cautionary tale whispered among the people of Umana, a story of greed, loss, and the power of generosity. The moral lesson of this story is that greed blinds the heart and in the end leaves us with nothing but regrets. True magic lies not in what we take, but in what we give. Thank you all for watching this story, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all learned something from this video. Please kindly like this video and subscribe to my channel to support my growth. And I'll see you in another video. Bye!